welcome to Always Elite. Today we're going to review NJPW's Wrestle Kingdom 14 Day 1. Emanates from the Tokyo Dome in Tokyo, Japan. The first match on the card was Jushin Thunder Liger, Tatsumi Fujinami, the Great Sasuke, and Tiger Mask versus Naoki Sano, Sujiro Otani, Tetsuhito, if I butcher these names, I'm sorry, and Rasuki Taguchi. Now this is going to be this is going to be Liger's, Jushin Thunder Liger's last two matches here at Wrestle Kingdom before his retirement. And he will have a retirement celebration at New Year's Dash, which we will also review. Now, as Wrestle Kingdom ends on day 2, after it's all said and done, Liger will have 3,551 matches under his belt. Now, it seems like a lot, but his career spans almost 30 years. So that's, roughly, whatever it is, 100 matches a year, which is still a decent amount considering. I mean, most of his time was spent in Mexico and Japan, but you remember back in the 90s, he spent some time in WCW. And if I'm not mistaken, he was also in WWE in the 80s when WWE and Japan Pro Wrestling was interchanging talents. I mean, he's had a great career, so Liger's team gets beat up real fast and early. I mean, it doesn't take long for them to start beating up. After Liger tags in, all hell breaks loose and all 8 competitors just start beating each other up. But Liger can't overcome those odds, and he gets pinned. So his first match at Wrestle Kingdom, he gets beat. Now his next match is I believe it's just a regular tag match with his nemesis from when he was in Japan, Naoki Sano, which is probably 30 years ago. Yes, and he's still wrestling as well, apparently. After the match was over, on Twitter, "Thank You Liger" was trending #1 worldwide for quite a while. After the match was a cool scene. It was a great show of respect for him when all 8 of them got together and raised each other's hands. I thought it was a cool moment. Next match was another 8-man tag. It was basically LIJ versus Suzuki-gun. We had Bushi, Sanada, Evil, and Shingo Takagi versus Zack Sabre Jr., Taichi, Minoru Suzuki, and El Desperado. Starts off fast with Zack Sabre Jr. attacking before the bell. All 8 fight right away, right after that. Suzuki-gun up early. This match was strong style all the way. Lots of chops and kicks, hard punches. It was back and forth most of this match. Although in the end, ZSJ, Zack Sabre Jr. taps out Bushi for the win. Now the next match on the card was another 8-man tag. It was Chaos versus Bullet Club. It was Hiroki Goto, Tomohiro Ishii, Taro Yano, Yoshihashi versus Kenta, Chase Owens, Bad Luck Fale, and Yojiro Takahashi. Taro Yano starts off the match against Bad Luck Fale. Yano is the comedy wrestler in New Japan, which I think is kind of funny because his style is totally different. But it works, and everybody laughs every time he does something. It's pretty funny. He's really, really good at what he does. It was all Bullet Club until Goto tags in, but it's not long before the Bullet Club takes over again. There was one spot, it was an unbelievable suplex to Fale from Ishii. Now, Fale is not a small guy. He's 350 plus. I mean, Ishii is not small neither, but just to get Fale up that high is quite an achievement. Goto finishes it with the GTR to Takahashi and a pin for the win. Next match on the card was the IWGP Tag Team Heavyweight Championship match. It was Juice Robinson and David Finlay versus Tama Tonga and Tanga Loa, who are the champs from the Bullet Club. Fight just starts on the ramp before the bell. The Guerrillas of Destiny, which is what Tama Tonga and Tanga Loa are called, the Guerrillas of Destiny, take most of the early parts of the match. Juice tags in, and then he takes over. He kicks everybody's butt. Juice and Finlay try some tag team moves, but the Guerrillas of Destiny thwart their efforts. Every time that they try something, they gain a little momentum, they get stopped. In the end, Finlay with the acid drop and a pin for the win. Juice and Finlay finally become the new IWGP Tag Team Heavyweight Champions. Next, this one, I thoroughly enjoyed this next one. Next was a Texas Death Match for the IWGP US Championship. It was Jon Moxley versus Lance Archer, who was the champ. Starts off as expected. We'll start brawling in the ring. Quickly goes outside. Doesn't take long for them to just start brawling outside. Mox brings out the toys very, very early. Kendo sticks, chairs. Archer gets a table set up. He gets trash can lids, I believe. Moxley gets beat up with his own kendo stick, which is obviously always going to be the case. You always get beat up with what you bring. Moxley gets a young lion choke slammed on top of him on the outside. It was pretty impressive by Lance Archer to do that. Archer hits his blackout through 4 chairs, which was pretty impressive, believe it or not. Archer then gives the EBD claw to Moxley with a plastic bag over his face, which I thought was a little weird. Moxley gives Archer a Death Rider through 2 tables. And both men are down on the outside. Lance can't enter the referee's 10 count, so Jon Moxley wins the IWGP US Heavyweight Championship that he never lost. He only got stripped of the title because he couldn't make his title defense because of a typhoon, which is kind of interesting what they do in New Japan. They will strip you if you cannot defend your title at the scheduled time. It's kind of interesting. I kind of like that. That rule is okay by me. After the match, Mox grabs the mic and says that he's a gambler. He's going to leave with nothing or everything. And he tells Juice Robinson to get ready for tomorrow night because he wants to settle the score with him. Because remember, he was supposed to face Juice Robinson before that typhoon, so he never got that chance. Next is the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Championship match. It was Will Ospreay versus Hiromu Takahashi. Starts off fast and both try some moves, but they get countered back and forth and back and forth. Ospreay takes over after a draping DDT, which was pretty nasty. It looked like it hurt. Ospreay is so good. He does a Sasuke special to Hiromu, which is basically a twisting, flipping dive over the top rope onto the floor. It's weird. Ospreay is shooting star press and then an Oz cutter, but Hiromu kicks out, which surprises Will Ospreay. Hiromu, picture perfect Canadian Destroyer. I thought it was one of the best I've seen in a long time. But Ospreay kicks out of the pinning combination. Hiromu hits his finisher, the time bomb, but Ospreay kicks out again. Then he hits a stuffed pile driver and gets the 1, 2, 3. Hiromu wins the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Championship. So far, all the championships have changed hands. Let's see about the next match now. Next was the IWGP Intercontinental Championship match. It was Tetsuya Naito versus Jay White, who was the champ. Now, whoever wins this match and the main event coming up, which is the Heavyweight Championship match, those two will face each other, and the winner gets both belts. It's a double championship dash, is what they called it. Naito goes out and grabs Gato right away, because Gato is being, just who he is in the Bullet Club. He's weird. It's Jay White's manager in the Bullet Club, obviously, to draw Jay White into the ring. Naito starts the match by beating up Jay White outside the ring. Every time Naito, though, would gain an advantage, Gato would get involved, and White would take back over. He did this several times. White, being smart, by working over Naito's surgically repaired knee, did that the entire match. White may be the leader of the Bullet Club, but he doesn't get the credit he deserves of how good of a wrestler he really is. He really is a great wrestler. He's been traveled all over the place, and he's learned a lot. From the first time I saw him until now, he's learned a lot of wrestling. Jay White with the TTO, a inverted figure 4 leg lock. Gato interferes again, and Jay White throws a chair at Naito right in his face. It's pretty gross. Naito finally hits the Destino, but can't pin White and kicks out. Hits another Destino, and White kicks out again. A third Destino, and Naito pins Jay White and wins the IWGP Intercontinental Championship and earns a shot at the World Heavyweight Championship match excuse me, on night 2 in the main event. And the main event for night 1 was the IWGP World Heavyweight Championship match between Kazuchika Okada and Kota Ibushi. Now, I cannot stress enough how good these two really are. You really have to watch the entire matches that they have against each other, and just singularly, just with other matches. They are so good. You want to learn wrestling? Watch these two wrestle. It's amazing. Match starts off slow with lots of rest holds from both, which is different for both competitors. They don't like it to start off slow. They like to ease into it. They like to start fast and then slow it down, which makes this very interesting. Okada gets control after a nasty draping DDT on the floor. It was pretty sick. Okada then just punishes Ibushi on the floor for a good length of time. Ibushi turns it around with a stuffed pile driver. Ibushi loses all expression on his face. And the crowd doesn't like it because they're pulling for Ibushi because, I don't know, for whatever reason, I guess they're sick of Okada, maybe? I don't know. But yeah, it's just a blank stare. And as he's kicking and punching and doing his moves, there's just no emotion whatsoever. Every time Okada goes for the Rainmaker, which he did 5 or 6 times, Ibushi counters it with a different counter, which is quite impressive. In the end, it took Okada 5 Rainmakers to put Ibushi away to retain the IWGP Heavyweight Championship. Now, 5 Rainmakers. I mean, granted, I know it's just a ripcord clothesline, but that's been Okada's finisher forever. But it took 5 to put Ibushi away. That says something about Ibushi. That's the end of night 1 of Wrestle Kingdom 14. I'll be back with you again in a day or so to review day 2. Till then, always be elite.